If you're a parent of a baby, a child or a teenager with the condition that I've got, PKU, then it's likely you've spent many hours, days, months or even years worrying. Anxiety, constant worrying about if what you're doing is having any impact negatively on their life and on their health, brain health, etc. The problem is this worrying can be all-consuming, can't it? And I'm making this video because I want you to know that there will be times that you'll mess up. You just will. There'll be times that you'll do things incorrectly. I know there'll be times when they'll do things wrong as well, and I've done it, right? There'll be times when they eat things wrong and you might be to blame. It might be they'll be to blame. It might be friends or family. But what you're in here is you're in a marathon, because this is a lifelong condition and it's not going anywhere. We hope, yes, in the future there'll be treatment that completely eradicate this, but let's be honest, it's not happening just yet. And also, there's so many countries where they don't have access to the same level of treatments, right? This is a condition that's not going anywhere anytime soon. So you have to prepare yourself for the long game here. Yes, the diet will be transferred at some point from your responsibility to theirs. And that's its own story right there. But it is going to be a part of your life. I know, right? I've got 2 children who don't have PKU, I know. But as a parent, you worry anyway. You always worry for their health, their safety. Are they learning enough? Are they happy? Do they hate me because I maybe had to discipline them or tell them off for something? You know, it's ongoing, right? When you're a parent, basically, you're just going to worry forever. Now, I can imagine that if you're a parent of a child with this condition, that worrying is next level. Next level. And so you have to take time for you. You have to not be so hard on yourself. You have to try, and I'm sure you are, right? I'm sure that you are doing an absolutely amazing job, because if you care and if you worry and if you're trying, that's it. That's all you need, right? Because you're going to make mistakes. They'll make mistakes. Friends and family will make mistakes, but do not beat yourself up, okay? Take time for you. Take time with your partner if you have one. Just try to see it as a long game where if you look after yourself throughout all of this, they will be better off too. If you worry so much that it crushes you in the long term, then that's not going to serve you well in your life, but it also won't serve you well for when they grow up and you want that adult to adult relationship, right? Because you're just going to be tired, and you will be tired already. I'm sure you will. As a parent, I know there's times I'm actually mentally exhausted, right? And I don't even have to worry about my children and being healthy and safe with this condition. I have to worry for me, right? But not from a parental perspective. So I completely feel you. I've got empathy for the situation that you're in. And when I talk to my own parents, I can now, as a parent myself, understand that the stresses that they were under, and no doubt that you're under, are extreme. And other parents without children with this condition just won't know. They just won't know. They're not going to know. And they don't need to know, right? It's not their responsibility to know, but it is yours. But please, please, please take time for you. Yeah, it is massively important that you're happy. It's important that you're well balanced and you take time to re-energize, whatever that might look like. Time just for you, yoga, reading, personal hobbies, taking time just to sit in front of the television and just zone out, whatever it might be. Time with your partner, trips away if needed, if you have that level of support around you. You're so important for their life, for the long term, that you cannot be destroyed by this in the short term. You just can't. You're too important. So I've just literally wanted to come on here just to say that. Yeah, you're already doing amazing. You're already trying. You've already probably had moments where you've cried yourself to absolute oblivion because of something that's happening, or the pressures that's on you, or the fact that as a condition it's so overwhelming. But look, you know, there's so many of us that are doing well. And you know, we were born ages ago, right? And we're doing all right. You know, yeah, there are people out there that struggle. Let's not lie, right? We have all struggled. I am not the exception, okay? We have all struggled, and they will too. They will. Until this diet is completely eradicated through treatment, which is accessible for everyone, they are going to struggle. They just are. How many times have you maybe tried to follow a diet for weight loss or healthy reasons or whatever it might be, and you've slipped up? And it's not linked to brain health, right? And you know, brain development, but yet you still slipped up, right? So the pressures on this are massive because it does relate to those things, but you'll still mess up. It doesn't mean it's going to be the end of the world. Yeah, I've done my diet not so well in the past, and I still functioned. I still had a family. I still had a career. I still was promoted in my career and grew as a person, as an individual. Yes, that has been absolutely tenfold once I've really made my diet a focus. But, you know, I look at my own parents and I think, gosh, you know, it's so stressful. Remember, in all of this, in all the wrapped up of appointments and doctors and dietitians and learning about ingredients and how to make new recipes and how to make certain foods that are just not going to taste as nice as possible, having to deal with children who don't like certain consistencies or tastes, but you know they don't have a whole array of choices to choose from. Maybe they eat repetitively the same products or food over and over again, right? Don't kill yourself in the process. They will be okay, especially if they've got you. Your unconditional love will be enough. Your effort, your worrying, your trying, you just being there and showing that they're important and that you care and that you're trying is enough. I grew up in a time where food products were not great. Food science had not got to where it is now, so there just wasn't the choice. Supplements were just not as good, and again, there wasn't as many to choose from. And look, I'm still fine, you know? I ate repetitively like crazy. Some foods I ate all the time. And I'm still here, I'm still fine. And listen, they're going to be too, right? So keep doing what you're doing, but just take some time for you and try not to be so hard on yourself.